What is going on, all you card collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan with the 40-year-old collector coming to you today with a really cool video. We are going to pre-screen some cards, which I am then going to send to be pre-screened again by some professional pre-screeners. And then they're going to get sent off to PSA, see what kind of grades we get back. Much like all of you, I've collected cards over the years, some by packs, some by card shows, some by local card shops. I think it's time to get a bunch of them together, send them out, and see what the grading gods have in store for us. So we'll look at these. The theme today, these are all either NFL Hall of Fame rookie players or future NFL Hall of Fame rookie players, at least in my eye, or at least I feel like they got a better than 50% shot. So we'll take a look at them under the microscope. So I've got a big lens here, which gives us some magnification. I got some bright light underneath it. And we'll be able to look at these cards in a whole lot of detail. We'll call out the grades, or at least I will, in the comments. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Let me know what you think. What do I miss? What do I see? Am I too hard, too lenient? And we'll go from there. So first card on the docket here is a Bryant Young. This card is incredibly hard to find in high grade. I saw this the other day, took a look at it in person, and let's see what it looks like under the microscope. So another thing about these cards is they are already penny sleeved and card saver one. I'm going to send them through regardless to at least let the pre-screener look at them for me. So good edge, two good corners. This card's notoriously difficult to find in high grade because of all the colors. Right along the edges, it's an SP card. It's just a difficult card to find in a high grade. So we got some decent quarters here. We got some decent edges. Certainly, I'm not walking away from this exercise thinking, oh my gosh, I got the Bryant Young PSA 10 by any means, but I didn't buy it with that thought in mind either. So that corner's super light, and you can see where it's got some fraying as well. So the corner to edge connection there is pretty bad. Not bad enough where I don't think we'll send it through, but good edge, good edge, good edge, good edge, good edge. No, overall not a bad card. I'll be happy with an 8. I'll be thrilled with a 9. I'm writing down an 8. All right, Mr. Bryant. Next two cards we're going to look at, they are both Fletcher Cox's rookie cards. So some people, ooh, right off the bat, look at that corner. So these chrome cards are notorious for some edge challenges, and you can see that there. And then that line right across the top, you'll see that's definitely on the card as well. So this is already marked out of 10 territory, possibly out of 9 territory as well. So we'll start with a baseline of an 8. I always grade low and go from there. Again, you're going to see some dust on here. I've already, like I said, penny sleeved and card saver one of these. So you're going to see some dust bunnies on here. I don't know how they're there. These are brand new, straight from the pack card savers. Brand new, straight from the pack penny sleeves, yet somehow they're like a magnet. And again, under magnification, it brings everything out. I need to switch this one out, even though this is brand new. Look at that splatter. Good edge, good corner. That actually looks a little, you got some white showing through on that corner, so take that back, not a solid corner there. Again, the splatter pattern is obviously on the plastic, not the card. Solid edge. That's going to be damage on the card. That streak, that line right there. So this is in 7/8 territory. Newer cards. The chrome, they tend to give you a little bit of a leeway on those edges, believe it or not. I've got a bunch of PSA 10s and the top's chrome, and they seem to give you a little bit of give. That's a good corner. That's a dust bunny, so we got a solid corner, solid edge coming off that corner here. See here, edge is still looking pretty good. Solid corner like that. Keep coming down. Another good looking edge. A little bit of frame, but it's to be expected. Nice to a point. Love to see that. Good edging, good edging, good edging. Not great, but good edging. Little touch on that corner right there. All right, so these two Fletchers, we're going to say one's going to get a 9, one's going to get an 8. We shall see, but that is the prayer. Some of these cards, like the one I'm about to show you, I knew were going to be soft. This is a Ken Anderson rookie card. I bought it knowing that if I get a 6, I'll be all right. Good centering, good color on this card, really. But you'll see all 4 corners are going to be soft. That's a soft corner right there. The edges coming off of it aren't bad, though. Coming around, coming around, coming around. Look at that corner. Boo, hiss. I knew it, but First time I've seen it under magnification. It looks a little worse under magnification, but you're going to see some really pretty blues, some decent centering on it. Maybe not perfect, but it's certainly within the 60-40 realm where we like to see things. Coming down, coming down. Again, not the worst corner you'll ever see, certainly not the best. Touching along the edge, just some fraying along there. That's a pretty trash corner right there. All right, so again, I think I had some realistic expectations when I bought this card. I said if I get a 6 and it costs me $20 to grade, I'll feel pretty good about that. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. He's made it to the finals, so he might get the nod, but if I get a 6, I'll be happy. So we're writing down a 6 for Mr. Anderson right there. Zach Martin. Great lineman, Dallas Cowboys. These cards are dirt cheap. That's a great corner there. This guy's going to get in the Hall of Fame. I can guarantee it. Good margins right here. Centering's good. Another good corner right there. Edges are looking a little unfavorable, though, if you look. Anytime I see that kind of cut or rough cut look to it, brings me some concern. Nice sharp corner there. Let's see here. Decent corner. I'd say it's between sharp and soft, but not a perfect corner. If I get a 9 for this one, I'll be happy. It really will be. It's not 10. I don't think it's an 8, so I guess that only leaves us with a 9. But some of these cards, right now if I get a 9 on this, I won't even break even. But again, this is a long-term play for me. I bought this card for $1 at a local shop. That's a soft corner right there. If I buy it for $1, I get it graded for 20. Comes back a 9. Someday he gets into the Hall of Fame. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whenever. I'll make some money on it. A little bit of a soft corner right there. Nothing terrible, but certainly not 9s. Looks like we're going to have another 8-9 distribution here is my guess. It's a great corner right there. I love that. Again, just rough edges, right? It's hard to get a nice crisp edge nowadays. It just doesn't happen as often as you think. All right, so we're going to go an 8-9 split here. 8-9 split on the Zach Martins. I love this next card. I love this player. This is a bad man. Amazing football player. Unfortunately, his career wasn't as long as I would have liked, but Patrick Willis, when he was playing, there was no middle linebacker who was better than him. His dominance reminds me of, say, like a Ray Lewis. These black cards, look at that, good corner, solid edging. I've got a bunch of these in PSA 10, not the Patrick Willis example, but I've got Adrian Peterson, Charles Johnson, Darrelle Revis. I got 3 Joe Thomas 9s. Those are investment cards for me. I picked him up pretty cheap. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame this year. Good edge, good corner right there. Sometimes they're so sharp it looks white, but that's a pretty sharp corner. Good edging. Almost made it. With a lot of optimism, but that corner right there, you see how my shadow brings out the white in it? It's going to knock it down. How far? Will it go from a 9 to an 8? Will it go from a 10 to a 9? I can tell you the surface on this card's really good. The centering's really good. We'll see. I am going to optimistically put down... All right, I put down an 8. You know what? I put down an 8 because I would rather be surprised up than surprised down. So we'll go with an 8 there. DeMarcus Ware, another defensive beast. Okay, he's been on the final ballot a couple times. I think he's going to get in. I can tell you can't see it as well under magnification, but if you look at the margin here, when I show you the other side, it's not perfectly centered. Is it within 60-40? Yeah, it's within 60-40, but sometimes we rely on perfect centering to offset either some surface issues or some corner issues. Good corner there, good edge there. This card, we will not get that offset with the centering. So when you start off with bad centering, it's really hard to get those high-end grades unless everything else is absolutely perfect, which it is not on this card. So let's see here. Not a bad corner, not a great corner. I like to see it so sharp. I'm afraid I'm going to prick my finger on it. Not there. So keep going. Edges aren't bad. That's the kind of corner I like to see right there. Comes to a nice sharp point. You feel really good when you see that. Coming down. Little touch on the edge there. I haven't talked a lot about the surface just because the surface of these cards are pretty good. There's a couple I'll call out, but overall, Mr. Ware, between your centering and between some of those corners, I'm going to be thrilled if you come back and you give me an 8. That's what I'm shooting for, is an 8. This next one is a Cliff Branch rookie card. I liked this card when I saw it. I like the price on it as well. Look at that blue. Let's just take a minute to appreciate the beautiful blue. This card had vibrant colors. It's got great centering for this year. It's one of those cards where the eye appeal is there. It's got a little bit of a soft edge there. The eye appeal is there, and not every card has to grade beautifully with PSA to be a beautiful card. A little bit of a soft corner there. And this is an example of that. A little bit of a printing defect there. Not enough to get a PD, but you can see that white dot right there on the card. Edges are a little, struggling a little bit. Let's see here, let's see here, let's see here, let's see here. That corner's good. I like that corner. Unfortunately, 1 out of 3 on the corners that I like so far. You see that little white dot on the cliff. Not sure if that's a dust bunny or not. Good edge, good edge. Not a bad corner. I was hoping for an 8 when I bought this card. I feel like they never give out the 0.5 grades. I feel like it's not an 8. I feel like it's not a 7. If it was me, I'd give it a 7.5. I'm going to write down 7.5, and then if it gets an 8, if it gets a 7, I'll just feel like I was right one way or the other. Here's another card that I've been buying a lot of when I get the opportunity to. I think it's kind of flying under the radar right now, and it will be for years to come, which is why when it flies under the radar for years to come, I'm not in a hurry to pick them up. I will wait until I find a great price. But this is the Justin Tucker Score rookie card. Kickers traditionally have to wait quite a while to get into the Hall of Fame. I think he'll eventually get in. He doesn't have a ton of cards. Look at that. Look at that corner. It almost looks like a sharp corner, but it's got a little bit of almost like a flick out to it. So I think that marks us out of 10 territory right there. Everything looks good. That edge looks good. So in my mind, I'm working with the 9. Corner's not perfect there. Again, I feel like it's got a little flip to it. So we'll stick with the 9. I don't think it's so bad that it takes me out of a 9 realm. Let's see, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Good margins, right? Good centering. There's a good corner right there. It's fascinating what you see under this level of magnification and light versus when you buy these raw, just taking a look at them with your naked eye. It's a solid corner, but some edge chipping right there. All right, Justin. Go forth and get me a 9. I'll be happy with that. Writing down a 9 for this bad boy. And I got another one. So we'll see who wore it best. And by that I mean which card is best. So that first one, I feel like we got a 9. I think that's okay. Good corner right there. I like that corner. These little white dots on the score, I feel like those are just dust bunnies. I swear to God, I live in a super clean house. It's just, I don't know where they came from. Again, nice looking corner right there. I like it. No flip, no nothing. Good margins. Bright white all the way around. Don't see a lot of surface issues on these cards. Looking good, looking good, looking good. What do we got here on the corner? Bam, I like that. That could be a 10 corner. I don't think it's a 10 card as of yet, but I think that's a 10 corner. What do we got here? Little bit there. All right, Mr. Tucker. All right, Mr. Tucker. I'm going 9-8. I feel like this might be the 9 and the last one might be the 8. I think this one was better, but I think the other one is going to be. I don't think I'm going 9-9, and I don't think I got a 10 in the lot. That's why you'll never hear me say a 10. I think 10s should be happy surprises. I don't ever go in thinking any card is perfect. Here's another card that's got a whole lot of notorious issues with it, from printing dots and defects to the fact that it's got a red edge all the way around. 1985 USFL Topps Sam Mills. He is in the Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, that corner is sharp, but because of the red edges, look at that. You just touch it and it screams white. Got a little printing dot right there as well. Take this straight across the top. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Man, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful corner. I'm sorry. This is one of those cards, let's say it comes back as a 7, which it might. I'm still going to think it's beautiful. Good edges, good edges, good edges. Top of the card looks good. It really does. I don't see a lot of issues. Again, I'm really happy with the way it's tracking down the side. Boom, there's one of those yellow printing dots. I hate those things. Beautiful card, and yet when you look at it, your eye's going to go straight there. So sad. Nice corner though. Look at that. Sharp to a point, a little touch of white. Look at that. No chipping, no chipping, no chipping. That's good. It's a solid corner. You know, I think I am going to go with, let's be conservative here. Let's go with a, had a computer issue. Let's go with a 7. I just think with the printing dot on it, I think that's a 7. All right, we're going with 7. Lock it in. Here's another card that I bought. Man, when I saw it, I just fell in love with it. And the price on it was $6. And this is the 78 Joe Klecko. I think he's going to get the nod. Look at that corner. That's beautiful. I think he's going to get the nod in the Hall of Fame sooner or later. New York market. Well-liked player. Good corner right there. Good edges. I was really excited to pick this up for $6. Good margins. You know, the centering's good. 78 tops traditionally has a struggle with that. Another pretty solid corner right there. A little blue on that card. Got to look for those little print marks. A little black right there on the white. At this point, I'm trying to say, is this a 9? That's what I'm looking for. I feel like I got some 9 corners on here. I feel like I got 9 centering. You know, some fraying right there along the edges. Man, it's just so hard. I'm going to say an 8. I would be happy with an 8 for $6. Look at that black dot right there. It's going to knock down your surface. Would you pay $6 for this card with hopes of getting an 8 or a 9 out of it? Well, I did, so I hope you would. Here's the next one, Calais Campbell. This guy was a rock star defensive end, played for the Cardinals, played for the Jags, now he plays for the Ravens. I think he's got a good shot at the Hall of Fame. He was Walter Payton Man of the Year. Not a bad corner, not a great corner. Just a good all-around dude. You know, he's not going to put up huge numbers anymore. He's with the Ravens more as a leadership person versus somebody who's going to come in there and change the game. Good corner right there. You know, actually I don't like it. Bad corner right there. This card's showing a whole lot of dust bunnies, but again, I promise that's just on the card, or on the case. Good dude. I've seen some of his interviews, and I like this guy a lot. Solid corner right there. Again, with that black border. Can be challenging at times. See here, there's some of that chipping that we don't want to see. Sharp corner right there. You know, not a bad card. I mean, this is a really pretty card. Not a ton of them have been graded. You know, what I'm trying to do with this card is get a little ahead of the curve, see if I can't get some grades in before he retires. So, 8, 9. Maybe with this one I'll do an optimistic 9. I've been pretty pessimistic. We'll go 9 there with Mr. Campbell. So this is a card that I know isn't in great shape. You know, this is a Cameron Jordan, defensive end, Saints. He's played with them his whole career. Guy's a difference maker. You can see right there before we even get into this, you see that chipping and bubbling along the edge. That's notorious here in these Topps Chrome cards. As I said earlier, you know, I've got some 10s and you see a little bit of it. I think they forgive some, but not this much. This is booty. So you look at that. Good corner though. Looks good. Coming down this edge. Looking pretty strong. Lots of chip in there. Lots of issues. Got that dot there. You see right here in the middle of the screen. See that line? That faint line going left to right? I think that's a scratch. I don't think that's a dust bunny. It looks like it's actually in the silver. That's going to knock it down. That's a soft corner. I'm not going to waste too much time on this card because it's just not what we're looking for, right? And that's okay. That's a beautiful corner. If all 4 looked like that, we'd be in business. But they don't, so we're not. This card would be a 7. You put that down. All right, so there's 15 cards that I'm going to send off. We're going to have the pre-screener take a look at them. I hope 15 cards, maybe 10 of them will get through pre-screen and end up at PSA, but we'll see. The beautiful thing about using that pre-screener is if they don't think it's going to get the grade that I want or need, then I have the option of not sending it through PSA and saving some money. So I've got more cards to grade. I've got more cards to look at. So look for more videos coming out there. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much for spending the time with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy collecting.